Yes, I am making this video to need a concern from all the men that are going through divorce and fighting for their children. My story is me and my ex-wife, divorced. I have gone through a lot, pain, pain. It have destroyed me in the beginning. I cried to the point that she even called me a weak man. She laughed at me. She spit in my face. To the point she knew I could never hold. And for 3 years, she knew if she walks away, I will lose everything I have. But I fought through the pain. At a reached certain point, the devil just speaks to me while I drive, tells me, just drive through the bridge. Just drive through the trailer that is coming. So many things went through my head. Not even for her, but the fact that I cannot see my children. 2 girls. I always say in life, or every parent say, they will die or kill for their children. I will live with my enemy for the sake of my children's happiness. I will kill myself for the sake of my children's happiness. My happiness does not matter, but my children's happiness matters. I went through all this pain with this woman. And thank God, the things I went through, I cannot say everything. But thank God, I was able to lift myself up. And it is difficult. But all I do is, child support came. I was afraid of it. But guess what? I end up paying it without not worried or thinking. Working, I'm a distance away from my children, 10 hours. So sometimes I don't see them for 3 months. I will drive for 10 hours after 3 months just to go and see the children. I will leave on Friday morning. I'll get there Friday evening just to see them for Saturday and come back to my place where I work just one day. Or pick them up on Friday night when I get there so I can spend Friday night and Saturday with them. Sometimes I will drive for 10 good hours and I will reach there and she will tell me she have a plan to bring the children to the pool. So she cannot give me the kids when I have not seen them for 3 months. And seriously, she will take the children for the pool, or whether she did or not, I don't know. I will drive 10 hours back and stay again for 2 months. You know, We are not perfect, but I know men we does certain things and women choose to punish. You can cut my fingers. This pinky off for what I've done to you, and I will tie it and the wound will go away. And I will still lose the pinky, and I can live with it. But knowing that I have children, that I cannot see a lot of things with them. Whatever that a man does to see what they are losing later. Sometimes, you know, advice does not change men. Advice cannot change a man. Certain men, but a problem can change you. Sometimes advice will change you. Sometimes problem will change you. And a lot of men, when we reach to the decision of divorcing and it's happening, right that moment, it teaches us a lesson. And a lot of women that put your man through that position. Remember, once we are there, that we know everything is been happening and lawyers and all of that, and we beg to change our mind, and they beg for it. The certain men will be they don't care, but the ones that beg for it, trust me, my sisters or the women, that man would never make that mistake again. Believe me when I tell you, when their children are precious to them and they see that this is happening, and they see that even a month they don't get the chance to see their children, believe me when I tell you, because you see a pepper, you said, for me, I can eat that. I can eat it. But when that pepper is given to you and you eat it, and you see how that pepper is so strong and burning your mouth, next time when somebody gives you that pepper to eat again, you will tell them, this pepper is hot. Seriously, it's hot, and I'm not eating it just for the fun of it to prove nothing to you. Only if it's for a purpose. I've made it through my problems. And there was once my daughter at 6 years old, something happened. I picked her up once and we were driving. I don't know where the mother lives, where they live. So on the road driving, my daughter says, Daddy, we live around here. But she wasn't sure. But she knew that's the road they pass. But she wasn't sure where it is. So one day, I was talking to the mother. And she told me she lived far. But it was just 10 minutes drive from my house. But she always says she lived far. So I told her, I know where you live. You don't live far. You live around this street where my daughter told me around here. But I don't know where it is. So she have a friend that gives her advice, whatever it is. So she went to the police and told them that I know where she lives and I threatened to kill her, which is something that I've never think of and I never care about it. But all what I'm saying is they gave me a letter to stay away from her and so and so. But later on, She ended up finding out one day that she wanted me to come and pick up the kids from the same house that they told me not to come to. So me too, I said, okay, whatever, I'll go. Because she sent me a text to prove it that she said, I asked her, I don't know where it is, give me the address. So she finally gave me the address. When I drive, I couldn't even find the place. So she was standing on the roadside somewhere and told me, I can see your car, so come this way. She knew that finally I don't really know the place because I still have the address and I was having a difficulty to find it. But she already told the police whatever. She never apologized that I don't even know the address. Fine. I have made through the problem. But when the problem was happening, she said to me, it's between me and her. It have nothing to do with our children. So I should never speak to the children about the problem. They are kids. It hurt me that my daughter was young, but she can see how her daddy was in pain. But she fought to make it like it's between me and her. And I learned how not to show my feelings in front of my daughter. So I overcome it and I was happy. Then I started to spend time and doing things and spending and working and just doing best for the children. Then I see that she started to have a negative vibe about when I spend time with the kids. She started to make rules. Even sometimes when the children have to see me only for 2 days, she will tell them everything they need to do by me. So even when the children comes by me, they come with their rules. She will give them homeworks that I can't even play with them. That even when I tell them, let's do this, no, mommy said this. Mommy said this. Mommy said this. Then now the children are panicking when they are with me. I have to do everything again for them to finish their homework because when they go home, it's a whole different thing. Or otherwise, the next time I will come, I might not be able to get them. To be honest, I went through it and I humbled myself to the lowest as a man. The things that she thought I can never change in my life, I've changed everything. I save money, I pay my kids' daycare, I buy clothes, I buy gifts for herself. I do everything when I don't even need her. I do everything. The things that she thought, if she's gone, it will destroy me and I will lose all those things. I kept them. My house, everything, I kept it. I find a woman, and to be honest, that was not the choice. But life have to go on. Now, this girl, my ex, kept giving problem upon problems. And now, everything that happened between me and her, she goes in front of the children and cry. And my youngest one was so young that she didn't know what happened between the thing. But now, she's able to call me and talk to me. And then at the end of conversation, she'll be like, Daddy, can you be nice to mommy, please? How could that child even did not know when the breakup was happening, doesn't know nothing, but now she keep telling me, Daddy, could you be nice to mommy? The other one, the older one that saw certain things, does not come to me to talk to me. But when she comes and visit and I'm with a friend, she will sit and tell my friends what is happening in the situation, the things the mother say, Daddy does. But in the beginning, she told me, do not tell the children nothing. But now, She is in control of telling the children everything. And then when the children, I call her, I say, why is the children knows about this? She shuts it off like it's nothing. But if I was the one, thunders break loose, everything just goes bad. And it breaks my heart because I don't know how more humble I can humble. And I'm in a different relationship and I'm trying to have a relationship with that woman to move on with my life. But every time this girl does things, it depresses me and I don't even function properly. She told me, if you're coming to see the kids, I call her in a week and tell her. Before maybe 3 or 4 days, she will plan in it. I'm taking them to the pool. I am taking them to visit a friend. I am going to the store with them, so you cannot see them. So I started to let her know 1 month, a week in advance. A week in advance, she would tell me she have a plan already planned for the week. Fine. Then she told me, let me know in a month in advance. I said, okay. So I'll wait exactly 1 month. I will let her know that I'll come and see the children. But I will let the children know that I will come and see their maybe I'll have a video call with them. I'll tell them, yeah, in a month I will come and see you guys. Because the children will ask me, Daddy, when are we going to see you? I said in a month. The moment I said in a month, I know it's not 1 month yet, so I haven't told the mother. And the bad part about it is that every time I want to speak to my children, she will be in the midst to sit there to hear me talk to them. So if I say anything and she doesn't like it, right away she will grab the phone and say, why this? So I don't have no privacy with the children. When the children goes home, she wants to know what happens. Now my older daughter now knows so much that she's not even afraid to tell me. And now I let her know. The children knows that I will see them in a month. She will be like, why do you tell the children before me? You said 1 month. It's not 1 month yet. I still have 1 month to tell you. It's just a week. I'm just because they asked me. Oh no, you need to talk to me first before you talk to the children. And to be honest, I am giving her child support. And the child support money, she have an account that it goes in that she doesn't even use it. She doesn't touch it because she knows other means the government will give her more money. She doesn't touch it. Sometimes even if I don't pay child support for 3 months, because they don't give it to her, she doesn't affect her. Just to make the story short, the reason why I'm making the video is this thing is depressing me. And the only thing I wanted to do is to let her have the full custody of the children, to keep them. Then mentally, I could know that the children are not mine. The reason why I am saying that is, I don't even make decision in the children's life, whether it's their school, whether even the hair that I want them to do, whether even the toothbrush that they want to use, whether it's it, she doesn't make me do any decision. She is in control of everything. So I don't have no power. The only thing she will need me for is, I bought this and I need you to give me a percentage of that money. I did this with them and I need you to give me the percentage, but while I'm still paying the child support. It's money. I am taking them here and she doesn't even call to ask me, what do you think? It's only when it comes to the money I hear. And to be honest, I don't have no power, nothing. And these are girls. And you know girls, they always stick to their father. So my decision is to walk away. Because I'd rather feel the pain once and overcome it and have a future so that one day I can have something and my children will be like, I'm not a loser. Because the way I look at it, sometimes today is weekend. I have a woman, but I don't even want to talk to anybody because my ex have already depressed me, and I choose to sit quiet. And it's going to ruin my other relationship to have a better life. Why she is going on with her life? So please, I need anybody, whether you're a woman or a man going through similar to me, please put your comments there. I just want to leave the children alone for her so that I can move on with my life. I love my children to death. There was a child, a lot of story. There was a guy that had the same problem similar to me. He fight for his child. And one day, it was winter. He needed to pick his child. And they have to meet at the park to exchange, to take the children. So when they met, they have a social service person in the midst. So when they reach there, the mother have to discuss the routine and certain things to the father while the social service person was there. So their daughter was playing and they were discussing. What happened was the daughter, there was a pond there, pond. And the daughter, I don't know what happened. She went and walked on the ice and then she went in the water. The mother stood there and started to scream. The social service person started stand there to start to scream. The father jumped in the cold water and get the daughter out of the water. When she got the daughter out, they picked the daughter and they started to cover her and they left the father in the water and he died. When the story came out, this mother of that girl tortured the man so much. But when the daughter fell in the water, this man jumped in it and get the daughter out and he ended up dying in the cold water. But later, this woman that tortures this man for years not to see the child finally said he's the best father. I cannot have any father like him, but he's gone. I don't want to die for my baby mother to come to my funeral and pretend or now say it. So to the fathers that are going through this, some of us our own are not bad, but I'm telling you, some of us own are bad. And some of you cry and you think you're not supposed to cry. Let me tell you, even Samson in the Bible, he cried. They said men don't cry. Even Mike Tyson cries. Jesus, who told you Jesus never cried? Even he cried. So who am I? We are dying, men. So please, leave your comments. Let me know. Please, leave your comments. I will continue the story and I will tell the right stories. Subscribe me and the more subscribes I get and the more comments I get, I will come back and break the stories into pieces so that everybody will know my story. Please, thank you. May God bless you all.